It's after 2 a.m. here on a Sunday morning. I have a spoon. I have a full glass of water. Well, I'll take a sip now. I also have a sample of whiskey sent to me by Jackass. This is a 7 Stills whiskey called Fluxuate, 47% alcohol by volume and non-age statement. I may have to look up a few things about this. I think I did that already, but I'll do it again just to make sure that we got everything right. Before I look that up, I will peel the red tape. I like that red tape off this seal and open it up. Oh, it's not all that tight. And I will pour this into my Glencairn like so. Oh, it's a bit reddish, but I suspect that this is a bourbon kind of reddish. Now let me see if I can go towards here and look up Fluxuate Whisky. Okay, Fluxuate from 7 Stills Distillery. Fluxuate, $36. The beer, the Hill. Fluxuate is the second whiskey in the San Francisco Hill series. This whiskey is distilled from a coffee porter with Flux cold brewed coffee. The whiskey opens up with huge aromas of coffee and vanilla. Okay, I'm not going to go any further than that, saying what it is, but it is from a place called the 7 Stills Distillery. I'll go to their home, and they are 7 Stills Brewery and Distillery is located in the Bayview of San Francisco. Okay, open for walk-ins Tuesday through Sunday, etc., etc., etc. So it's like in an industrial park kind of thing. 1439 Egbert Avenue, Unit C, San Francisco, 94124. And okay, so this is a brewery and distillery down in San Francisco. So this might be interesting. Now let us shut this off. So now that we know where this comes from, and that's different. Okay. I'm definitely getting some dark nosing notes. Maybe it will need some opening up. I'm getting some rich kind of sweet, kind of malty. The nosing notes that I get are quite well integrated, in that you can't tell where one aroma ends and another begins. I'm getting a little bit of alcohol burn, slightly, as this is 47% alcohol by volume. A little bit of an alcohol burn. It's mellowed quite a bit by the, I guess, coffee that was put into this. What did it say again? Goodness. Here. Flux cold brewed coffee. Distilled from a coffee porter. Okay, so they made a porter beer and they distilled it. You know, it says that there's a coffee and vanilla. If anything, okay. Okay, there's some coffee in the nose. And there's vanilla in the nose. All right, I'll give it that. What else do I get in the nose? Not much else. Mostly coffee. I think the coffee kills all the other flavors that are in the nose. That's just my impression. And there's some vanilla there, yeah, but the coffee kind of stifles that too. I stopped drinking coffee quite some time ago, about a year and a half ago, just because it would wake me up for a short amount of time, and then I would have this natural tendency to sleep, which was a lot stronger than my tendency to sleep without coffee. So I would get awakened and then I'd crash. I didn't like that part. Okay. Let's try the palate. I did not read that part of the description, but it smells like coffee, really. Sorta, like coffee and whiskey. Mm. Oh, on the palate, it tastes like coffee grounds. Coffee grounds, coffee grounds, coffee grounds. That's all I'm getting. Roasted coffee grounds. Oh, this is not my idea of a whiskey. This is my idea of a coffee. This is quite some curiosity. I didn't get the coffee so much on the nose as I do on the palate. Wow. It's like, this is just like eating coffee beans, roasted coffee beans. And there was a time I was invited down to Seattle by a friend of mine who had received a hotel room for her stay at a conference in Seattle. And she invited me down to Seattle to to enjoy the hotel. So I went down to Seattle and joined her down there, and there was a basket, sort of like a welcome basket. There was chocolates and all kinds of other little fancy things in there, and there were these boxes of roasted coffee beans, and I thought, these are cool, I'll eat these. And I remember the hotel would say, you know, the elevator in the hotel would say like 12th floor, and then you'd go down to the bottom, it would say lobby. It wouldn't say lobby, it would say lobby, because this is in the States. So it's an American elevator, and it would say lobby. So every time you come down to the main floor, it would say lobby. It's amazing how something like this, a whiskey that tastes like coffee, can bring back memories of eating coffee beans in this hotel, in this hotel room in Seattle. Wow, I had forgotten about that particular time. Gosh, that must have been 20 years ago. This tastes just like coffee beans. Just like those coffee beans I had in Seattle. And it doesn't taste like much else. Coffee. This is like coffee with alcohol in it. Wow. Jackass, what are you doing to me? This is just different. It's like, this is experimentation taken as many steps forward as possible. It's really different kind of experience. And I'm kind of glad I opened this one now, because I've been on a flight. I started with gin and tonic, which is basically Bombay Sapphire and Schweppes. And then I went to Canadian 3-grain Harmony that was sent to me by Sneerson. And from then I had some Founders Reserve, which is also from the same distillery as the 3-grain Harmony. That was the 40 Creek. And after the 40 Creek, I had some what was that? Glenlossie, Whiskey Galore Glenlossie, which was a nice bourbon barrel Speyside whiskey that reminded me quite a bit of Altamore or Craigellachie, with its notes of pears and apples and Emmentaler cheese. I like that a lot. That was nice. But this is just, it says it's like a porter. It was distilled porter and then coffee something added. This is just a little weird. On the nose, yeah, there's some vanilla and some coffee, but on the taste, there's nothing but coffee. Okay, now I'm getting the mocha vanilla, kind of espresso. The coffee lingers on the palate longest. When I first taste this, there's a vanilla, a little bit of sugar, And then it just lingers on and on and on and on. Coffee, coffee, coffee. This is like I had drank a mug of coffee with cream. Coffee with cream. And that's the cream part is probably from the vanilla. It's weird. It does not taste like a whiskey at all. Let's see if what happens if I add water to it. This is just different. There's a bit of water. I guess 3 or 4 standard drops. And we'll see what happens to this weirdness. 7 Stills whiskey. Fluxuate. This is unlike any whiskey I have ever had before. It tastes like going to Starbucks and having coffee. Weird. I'm not sure I'd want a whole bottle of this. Okay, now that I've added some water to it, I'm getting, there's still some coffee there. Still some vanilla there. If anything, the addition of water has opened the vanilla up and attenuated the coffee somewhat. Oh yeah, the vanilla is a lot stronger now. Or maybe it seems like the vanilla is a lot stronger because the coffee is gone down. Wow, that's better. Vanilla. Not sure if I can pull any caramel out of there, but definitely getting more vanilla now that I've added some water. Oh, oh yeah. Okay. The coffee is weaker. The vanilla is stronger also on the flavor. The addition of water has really helped make the coffee less intense and make the vanilla stand out a little more. There's not any other flavor that I can get out of this. I'm not getting any fruits. Not getting any smoke. This is really something different. Like I never would have imagined anything like this existing until I had tasted it like now. Yeah. More vanilla, less coffee. And it's quite mouth-watering now that I've added some water to it. The the coffee was overpowering right before, and now the coffee and vanilla are more or less balanced. There's still that. The strange thing about it is the coffee doesn't taste too bitter. It's like a coffee with sugar in it, and the vanilla is like coffee, mocha, vanilla, cream, something weird. I have not tasted coffee in over a year, so this is just different to my palate. It's going to take a couple of oatcakes and a whole gallon of water to get rid of this flavor so that I can go on to the next whiskey. But thank you, Jackass. This is quite an interesting little deal. Um, and, well, to your health, Nostravia. Or how do you say something like a cheers for coffee? Uh, I don't know. Mocha.
Food Quick. Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Yeah.